a Grammy Award-winning artist who has just received 2 more Grammy nominations for her latest album, Testimony. Today, she's in our kitchen making her cream of turkey soup. Welcome back, the iconic Gloria Gaynor is in the kitchen! Welcome, Gloria! We're a little bit excited. We really are. Debbie, Maria, Ken are at the counter, and they are smiling from ear to ear.
Love you
it's
so much.
exciting. We're excited to have you in the kitchen, too. We're going to talk all about your album in a sec. But first, we know that your love of cooking really kind of started out of necessity, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, my mother was a single mom with 6 children. Well, 7 eventually, but 6 children at this point. And I wanted to help her out. So I decided I was going to cook dinner one day before she got home. I wanted to make beef stew. And so I got my beef and cut it up and put it in a pot with my vegetables, potatoes, and all of that. My mother made stew with red sauce. So I thought it was ketchup. So I put ketchup in it, and then I made cornbread, and I put so much sugar in it. My mother said it tasted like pound cake. But my brothers thought I was an excellent cook. They said, our sister can really throw down. She can cook, and she's great.
I promise your mom appreciated the effort. That is so sweet.
How old were you at that age?
9.
At
9 years old. Gloria, is there any ketchup in this recipe?
And no.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. Let's get right into this. Smells so good, everybody. It is fantastic. We're going to start with the pressure cooker and what we're adding here. So I'll tell you what, you direct me, and I will do my best to fulfill your wishes.
This is broth.
Okay, some chicken broth. So we're going to add this in here. And then what do we add? This is a little paste here. Tell me about this.
This is chicken concentrate.
Okay.
And that just brings up the flavor of the meat.
Like a bouillon sort of thing?
It's kind of a bouillon, yeah.
Okay,
But
good. And so that
it's
just
really concentrated, and it just
intensifies the flavor a little bit?
Intensifies the flavor and just pulls all the flavors together.
Yummy. And now, tell me about the cuts of turkey we have.
Okay, so
over
we're using thighs and
Great.
wings. We normally use the carcass, but since we don't have that, we use these because they are the tastiest, for me anyway, the tastiest part of the meat.
Yeah.
They're the fattest, and we love fat.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and skin and all that.
And then we close it up. And then how long does this?
10 minutes, because it's already cooked, but you just want those flavors from the broth and the bouillon to get into the meat itself, and you want to soften the skin so you can pull it off easy, take the skin out easy, the bones out easily. You've got to do all the deboning.
It's going to be rich in flavor for sure.
I know your love of cooking started very young, as did your love of performing, maybe even younger, and you were unintentionally sort of encouraged by a next-door neighbor.
Absolutely, yeah. I was singing in the hallway of my apartment building waiting for a friend to come out and play. And so I was singing. And my neighbor came downstairs, and when I heard her getting near me, I stopped. And she leaned over and said, "Gloria, was that you?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "My God, I thought that was the radio." Oh. Okay. Frankie Lyman, whose song I was singing, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, is the same age as I am. If he can do it, I can do it. I'm going to do it.
Wow, and that was the inspiration. In a way, to tell you that you could really do it, and then you did it, and look at you now.
That was God in the universe giving you the loudest sign you could have gotten.
It's a beautiful story, for sure. Let's continue on now. So once we finish off with the pressure cooker, we've got our Dutch oven now on the stove, and now we're going to add some more yummy goodness to really bring this soup to life. Tell us what we do. Do you want me to add as you're talking?
Yeah, you can add the meat.
Okay, very good.
So I've taken the meat off the bones,
Okay.
taken the skin off after gotten all the flavor into the broth.
Okay, very good.
And then cut it into bite-sized pieces. Then you add your vegetables, which are onions and red peppers.
Lovely.
Things I love. And then a medley of frozen vegetables. That just makes it easy than going out and buying all these vegetables and trying to chop them all up. Bird's Eye knows how to do it really well. So
they do it better.
We got some corn in there, some black
corn,
beans.
black beans,
Little lentils in there, I think, too.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And now I have to add my own spices, okay?
So, okay, tell me about these guys.
Yes, so that's seasoned salt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
very nice.
And I love tarragon.
Me too.
Really nice flavor.
There, yummy.
Yes, and then so poultry seasoning.
Okay,
Or
excellent.
you can use poultry seasoning, or you can use what's the other one? Can't think of the name of it.
Sure.
It's the main ingredient.
I should be able to help
you out. The main ingredient in
Gloria.
poultry
This is
seasoning.
Like a sage?
Sage, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
So
exactly
flavorful.
what
The
it is.
flavors
Yeah.
are great.
And how long do
And
we let
then
that come
you,
together?
about 20 minutes, you do that, yeah.
Okay.
And just let those flavors
flavors
all
in this
come
are
together.
amazing.
Phenomenal.
And then you add the meat.
Okay.
Back in.
Yeah.
Excellent, and we'll
Yeah,
let that
and
come
then-
together now.
and
But
that come together, and then
before I
another-
start serving, I want to make sure we have a chance to talk to you about your album. 2 Grammy nominations. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. This is your new and latest album. I'd love to hear a little bit about the inspiration behind this great album, Testimony.
I called it testimony because it is my testimony of the mercy, the grace, the goodness, the love, the faithfulness of God, and how it permeated my life and just made me who I am today. And I am so at peace because of him, and even looking to the future, no matter what bleak things come up, it's okay, he's there, it's gonna be great. And that is truly my testimony.
It's incredible. It's a gospel album, and everybody, you should all
true.
hear it. It's so beautiful right now.
And your music has helped so many people through the
yes.
years.
And that's what I love about this album, that people aren't just saying they like the music, they're saying that the words are encouraging them, uplifting them, inspiring them, empowering them to make it through, again, more difficult times.
And that's never changed. You know, I have to say, in 2019, you were on stage in a Radio City Music Hall with country pop sensation Casey Musgraves. And it was electrifying. I did not have the pleasure of being there, but I had friends that were there. And I will tell you, they came out of there and they said the best thing that ever happened was Gloria getting on stage with Casey. It was unbelievable.
It was so great.
Everyone had chills. I imagine for you, it must have, you could feel the
It
energy
was wonderful
there.
when I walked out onto that stage and everybody stood up and started screaming and singing along. It was electrifying. It was really incredible.
And even before you got out there, every single person in that audience knew the words to your song. I'm going to show everybody at home just so they know what I'm talking about. Take a look.
So now you're back from Iceland. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid look. I should have made you leave your key. If I'd have known for just 1 second, you'd be back to bother me. Walk out the door, just turn around now. You're not welcome anymore.
Wow.
And she's singing right here along.
Oh, yeah, we're
It's incredible.
Ken's still going.
I love that song. Going. By the way, as is this soup. Thank you. I garnished with a little bit of croutons just like this. And, well, I don't know how my day is going to get any better.
I don't know how it could.
Thank you so much.
I'll tell you what, you've hit platinum again with the soup. We love you, Gloria. For the full recipe, you all can go to hallmarkchannel.com and be sure to pick up a copy of Gloria's new album, Testimony, wherever music is sold. Thank you so much, Gloria.